What's going on, everybody? Today we're about to learn how to weld, and I'm freaking excited because I always wanted to weld, and I just sucked it up and bought a freaking welder yesterday. So I got this from Harbor Freight, MiG 170 with flux cord wire, so no gas, just this little gun, shoots wire out of here, and whatever it touches, it burns it, and I'm probably not going to be that easy, but we're about to learn. Also got a welding helmet right there, got some gloves, got the whole shenanigans. So before I can start welding anything, we have to have a higher voltage, I guess? We have to have a higher electrical output, I guess you could say. So this is all our connections for the house. And we need one of these. We have a spot right here to put one of these, which we already bought. Right here. And then we're gonna run a cord or something. We're gonna have the outlet right here, which is, but this is the wrong one, so we're about to go back and get another one and have it like somewhere over here, and that's the most important part, because without that, like, that plug does not plug into these, so you need a special outlet to plug in the welder because of all the power it's using. And then if we come over here, we have this old little table, which I'll open up later, and it's all metal. And it used to have like wood pieces on the top, which you can adjust with these to like loosen and separate them. And I bought metal sheets right here that if I can weld it properly, I'm gonna weld like a nice metal face on here, so then I could have a portable welding table, which would be pretty tight. But I also have a spare metal little plate right here. This is all weldable steel, so no problems there, but I got a spare one so I could just run bead, 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 or it's more gonna be like splatter, 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 because I don't know what I'm doing. But so I can practice. I'm gonna fill this whole thing up, practice, make sure I can get something that looks like a weld at least, and then I'll go try to weld this table, and then we can get to work on the car. So there's not gonna be any car stuff in this video. It's just gonna be welding, which I think is gonna be pretty cool because it might be funny. I don't know what I'm doing. This is literally my first time ever even like seeing a welder in person, let alone touching one or freaking welding. So as far as the car goes though, within the next few days I plan to pull this car out of the garage, vacuum it, clean it, wash it down, get all the crap out of it because it's really dirty right now, and then I'll bring it back in here, disassemble everything, every suspension component. There's one seat in there I'm taking out. Literally everything's coming out of this car. And then I get to try to figure out how to fix this rust, which is why I bought the welder. So that's something to figure out for another day. But for right now, today we're just gonna weld and see if we can get some decent beads, at least for our first time. Alright, we're setting this plug up right now. This is what you need to run the welder. And we took this cover off, and this is like all the power for the entire house. It looks like really intimidating. But then we punched out a hole right here, and hopefully you can't really see in there, so tight. It'll just drop straight down. We drew a line to make sure it's all straight, and then we outlined this blue thing so we can cut a hole and shove this in there, and hopefully it goes easily. We'll see. It's been a ridiculously long day of running around. Went to like 4 different Home Depots, a Lowe's, a Harbor Freight, everywhere, but we got this set up. This is all back together. Plug right there. Looks nice. We got the welder right here. So the only other things I really need is an extension cord, which are literally impossible to find. I found a few that are online, and you can only buy them online for like $75 freaking. And I went to go to Home Depot to see if I can buy like the female and the male plugs and then make my own extension cord, and you literally cannot find them. It's the stupidest thing ever. You would think that people would need this stuff, but whatever. So the only other thing I really need is that extension cord and like a nice little roller cart thing to put this on so I could easily move it. And that's it. But for right now, I have the plug there. I got a metal piece here. I'm just gonna throw some welds down and see what I could do. So I also picked up this new grinder because my other one's broken, so I'm gonna set this up real quick with the wire wheel so I could just have that handy for when I need it. Alright, we got the grinder all set up with the nice fresh wire wheel. Clean off some of these welds to see how I'm doing. Now we just got to set up this welder, put it to the correct settings, and we'll start laying some beads. Also, I put on a jacket. Got a nice thick jacket on, some long pants, and some fresh kicks, just to be as safe as I can for my first time. Alright, we've got our wire right here. flux core. Got the manual. And this goes on like, and this goes on. Okay. I'm such an idiot. Alright, I think I got this set up correctly. This is still like a bird's nest, but I fixed it a bit. I'm not sure how much that'll affect the welding, but we'll figure it out. I think I set this properly. About to find out. I have to plug it in, click the button, and see if stuff comes out of it. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so it says to check the tension to make sure it's correct. I feed this into the wood, and if it bends, it's okay. If it doesn't bend, it's not okay. It needs to be tighter. Yeah, that's good. So I forgot to put this little thing back on here. So basically I need to pretty much redo all the steps that I just did just to put this little black piece on here, which really sucks, and I just wasted that much wire. So alright, I fixed that. Got this all looking good. Got this tip on here, 1/2 inch out. We're ready to go. We got the welding helmet all set up nice and pretty. Shout out RK Tunes and shout out Oni Made. Need some more stickers to fill this bad boy up. But I tested it. The auto darkening works. I don't want to just go for it and then it not work and me start bleeding out my eyes or something. So it does work. The only thing left to do now, I guess, is go for it. My first weld. Got some gloves so I don't die. My hands are fine. These are so comfy. Got this. Turn it on. Alright, game time. Wish me luck. Whoops, my settings are all messed up. Alright, this is a real first try. Alright, that doesn't count. I need to up the wire speed, I think. Okay, real first try. Alright, we got our first weld. Our first weld, baby. Check it. That was first try, second try. This is the first real weld after I got the settings decent. Decent enough to make a bead. I'm gonna hit this with a grinder real quick and see what it actually looks like. My first weld ever. My first freaking weld. It's a line. It's really, really bad. It's like actually horrible, but it's a freaking line. That was my first weld ever. That is not at all what I expected. I felt like it should have like jumped around and been like you know, and like felt harder. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like maybe you should. I thought you would be able to feel the stick on the metal, but really it just floats. Like it just glides. Super nice. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put this camera on the tripod, get a nice angle if I can. I'm gonna just go ham, just weld, 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 weld. See if I can get like a good looking beat out of it. And I'll play some nice music over it. And let's get to work. I'm freaking excited. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it comes out good on the camera. So let's get it. These aren't actually that bad for my first welds. They actually kind of look like welds. They're really bad, like they're sloppy, but they look like welds. So if you guys remember earlier, I messed up that whole like roll of wire and it like rat's nested. So it keeps stopping on me. I can't get a good weld. It's really annoying. So I'm about to just run to the store real quick and pick up another roll of wire so I can go whatever. But that's what happens. You learn from your mistakes. So now I know for next time. Alright, and we are back. Got the new wire in, no bird's nest, so lesson learned. Now I know not to do that again, but that's what it's all about, man. It's a learning process, and I'm really excited to take you guys with me on this, like, sweet adventure of building this car, and this is the first step, learning how to weld so I can fix all the rust. So, I got that new wire in, we're all good to go, I tested it, so now we're just gonna keep going, keep practicing. Let's get it. So I busted out a few welds. They're starting to look a little bit better. I did some good ones. I need to really grind these off to really tell, but I'm waiting for it to cool down real quick. This one here, I let it get too hot and it burned through, but whatever. And the car right there is, I think that's plasti tip, just like peeling up, but whatever. I really don't care. It's beat car, so I don't care. So let me grind these off and I'll show you what they look like. Alright, I went ahead and grinded the rest of these down. They're pretty bad. I mean, yeah, they're pretty horrible. Like, they are, yeah. They're pretty bad. There's a couple on here that'll do. Like, this one's not horrible. This one is not the worst one in the world. That one, this is the one that I burned through. Oh my god. That one's not bad. I mean, they're all pretty bad, but I mean, I didn't expect to be pro welder first try. You know, maybe like second try I expect to be like fully laying some fat dimes, but I mean, you know, we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Did some welds today, my first time ever. Wasn't that bad, not what I expected, but we're gonna make it work. I'm super excited. I can't wait to keep welding. But for today, I'm gonna call it quits. It's late. I'm gonna go eat with my family and then knock the hell out. And tomorrow, hopefully I can try to build this table so I don't have to weld on the car. But to build the table requires welding. So if you did like this video, leave a fat like. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't already and leave a comment below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is my first time. I watch a couple YouTube videos. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you have any tips, hit me up on Instagram, comment, let me know. Like I said, I'm really stoked about this. This is the first steps toward building this 240. And I really couldn't be more just, I don't even care about the M anymore. Like, obviously I do, but I'm like so focused on this car. Like, my excitement is unreal. Like, my excitement level's through the roof. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll see y'all next time.
Why they wanna be me? It's not what it seems. Running to the bank, putting wet on my Achilles. We been thumbing blue faces like they Washingtons. On a run from MIA up to Washington.